All right. MAGA shiny objects versus logic. Let's take this second assassination attempt. They're making a big deal about this. This guy was 400 to 500 yards away from Trump. They said there were shots fired. Then they said, oops, there was no shots fired. But first they had to get that whole, it was an attempt on his life, all that stuff. Then how would he know that he was playing golf? How would anyone know? He must have someone on the inside. No, wait, how did he do that from out of state? Because you know what? Every freaking weekend, Donald Trump plays golf. Every weekend. He's not campaigning every night like Kamala Harris and stuff like that. He's playing golf. So, how did he know? How did he get onto the property? I don't know. How did that Chinese spy get into Mar-a-Lago for what? How many weeks? As a recurring guest? How about the Russian spy that was found there? How about all that other stuff? You know, when this top secret documents were kept in closets and open storerooms and bathrooms, you know, right next to the copy machine. But let's look at logic. Okay. How would someone from out of state know Donald Trump plays golf on the weekends? Well, he's been doing it every weekend since memory started with him being on the public eye for running for president. This weekends he plays golf. And if he's lucky, he tries to play the rest of the week too. And he still can't hit a ball straight, but that's besides the point. So applying logic to this whole thing, there were no shots fired. It wasn't an attempt on his life. It was a guy with a pew-pew in the bushes. That very well could have been put there. And if you think back about a week or so, there was a guy in his car with a pew-pew, and that was some big dramatic whatever that it turned out to be nothing. People still think he got, and he's still saying, he got shot and it almost took my head off. I took a bullet to the head for you people. It blew my entire ear off. The whole ear was blown off, and it grew back. And the surgeon said, I grew my ear back faster than anyone he's ever seen. I mean, it just kind of just came back in like a week and a half when he took the first picture of him playing golf with not even a chicken scratch on his freaking ear. People, where's your logic? Why can't you look at this stuff and say, enough. No bullet hit him the first time. Nothing even scratched his ear. And he doesn't grow ear back faster than Evander Holyfield because he's a superhero or because he's that healthy. Because I guarantee you, Evander Holyfield, even now, is a million times healthier than cheeseburger, cocaine, Adderall, Von Shits and Pants, KFC. But you'll jump all over something that Joe Biden stumbles on or says. And he put on a hat, so he supports Trump. No. He put on a hat to show it wasn't a big fucking deal to put on a hat. Where's the logic in your thinking, ladies and gentlemen? What happened to that part of your process? Haitian immigrants are eating dogs and cats. Here's a picture of a guy holding 2 geese. No mention that he worked for the city and those 2 geese got hit by a car or 2 cars. Because the geese crossed the road. No mention of that. Here's just 2 guys. Here's a guy holding the geese, and he's got dark skin, so therefore he must be one of those evil, whatever. Racism and gullible. All because you believe a politician. Sorry. A con man. Who's under indictment in more criminal cases than anyone that I know of that, wouldn't be able to get a job at McDonald's after one of these felonies. And you want to put him in the Oval Office. Because, what can he do wrong? What's the worst that can happen? Really? Because you don't like Kamala? Because she's female? Because she's black? Oh, I'm sorry. She's black this week. She was Indian last week. Give me a freaking break, people. You believe that bullshit too? Trump's German. Directly from Germany. His last name wasn't even Trump. It was Drumpf. D-R-U-M-P-F. Nice German name. His father was part of the KKK. His grandfather was part of the KKK. Not one person in his whole lineage ever served in the military. Not one. But he'll come out and he'll tell you that he supports the military, and you'll believe him, even though he does something on camera in front of your face that proves beyond the shadow of the doubt he doesn't care. That you don't notice. But did you hear the 5-second hesitation? And Kamala Harris was only fact-checked twice, and they didn't really correct her. Really? You know why? Because it wasn't lies. Donald Trump was fact-checked. Yeah, Donald Trump also had 10 more minutes of speaking time during the debate. And he was fact-checked more because he's full of shit. That's why. It's not a conspiracy. Oh, those earrings, they were listening. Shut the hell up. Stop. A lifelong prosecutor has to worry about going up against Donald Trump? Who in one sentence you could throw off by going, your crowd size is really small. And he just loses his shit like he did. Starts talking about dogs and cats and windmills causing cancer and electric batteries on boats and sharks. And you think Kamala Harris, a lifelong prosecutor, senator, who has torn people apart a million times smarter and stronger and richer than Donald Trump, you think she had any fear debating him? Use your freaking head. She doesn't need a listening device. She could flip a coin and pick a subject and still wipe the floor with them. She's a fucking idiot. He always has been. Look at his school transcripts. Listen to his teachers that actually had him as a student, because they know more than you. And many of them are Republican. Listen to the people who used to do business with him, the people who used to work for him, the people who were around him for decades, who don't support him as president, who basically are out there yapping about experiences they had. It's not all conspiracy. It's not Democratic bullshit. These are lifelong Republican people who worked with the guy, who know him personally, that knows about him more than you. But he said he didn't do it, so no way. Yeah. He also said he was on the Olympic trials for swimming. Remember that? Yeah, Donald Trump. He's closer to being a bobber in a fishing competition than an Olympic swimmer. But he trained, and right before the Olympic trials, he decided... Really, people? Are you really that stupid? Are you really that ignorant? Are you really that gullible? Enough is enough. Seriously. You're okay looking yourself in the mirror with all this shit? Please. Stop saying you're America first or a patriot. You're not. Not even close. You're sheep. Because you won't bother looking for the truth. You won't bother researching what all this is about. You're a sheep.